It's for all sizes of brands. I mean, we touched upon just now that the way that we can actually target certain areas, target certain audiences. So there's lots of ways you can use radio, and the beauty of radio is it doesn't really have any sort of there's no snobbery in radio. People from all different social demographics will listen to radio. It's not a matter of I only read this newspaper because I'm within this unique sort of reader profile. Actually, it spans lots of different markets and lots of different ideals. With the brands, obviously a lot of brands have become household names, and they are doing great creative across the UK. The beauty of it is you can become a household name just in Kent, and really it doesn't really matter to any of the listeners in Kent whether you're a household name outside of that. So we can make you as big as you want to be, or as small and as local as you want to appear. But if you imagine, I think it's very easy to see the difference between a local advert on television sometimes versus a national one. With radio, I think, have a listen to that, and they would all be of a similar quality because it's easy to do that. So the biggest benefit, I suppose, that a small business might have versus a national business is we work with creative. When you work with radio creative, you're working with people's imaginations. So actually all the work is done in your head, which means your creative is very cheap. We don't have to go on location to Africa. We just have a few sound effects, for example. And also it means that you can push the boundaries a little bit more. So with radio creative, as I said, if your imagination's doing the work, we don't have to show pictures that might not be allowed in certain ways. If we're actually talking about something which is quite hard hitting, we can let the brain do the work for you. You know, and if we need to get across messages which need to be communicated but people don't want to think about, again, brilliant for radio because you don't avoid the ads, but you do actually hear the message. You know, if we're talking about symptoms of cancer and things like that, we can get that across through audio or through using people's imaginations. And actually we're not only reaching that person it relates to, we're reaching friends and family as well. So it's really far reaching. You know, on the other side of the coin, if you're a furniture store, for example, you can't show your whole range of stuff. So if you choose a picture or, you know, an image or to feature something on a TV ad, for example, and it's a sofa that I don't like, for me then I've switched off from that brand because I don't think that I like what they offer. If you describe, you know, the range of furniture, or you lead me to envisage my perfect comfortable sofa after a day at work, then I'm imagining the one that I want. The greatest example of that is probably if using voices, we can put on, if you have to write an advert and it's, for example, that must be a sexy young female voice, show the image of someone and it might not be everyone's cup of tea, give them the audio and they imagine the perfect face. So that works with all the kind of products that you want to communicate. So we can do as much or as little as you want, and everyone that we speak to, we would hope to give them the service which you could expect from any level of spend.